Welcome to Kung Fu Africa number 2. This is my second attempt at making this video because some people don't have the respect that God gave a common dog, which means common dogs are being more respected than I am. I'm going to bring this video from TikTok. If you watch my prep show, then you know where we are. So, first and foremost, there are 4 videos because now it's ready to go. So I'm going to play all 4 videos. But before we do that, we're going to give you all the rundown. And the title of this is Mixed People Do Not Have a Safe Space in any of their heritages, for the most part. All right, so that way I know when I type that shit in, I'll know what the title is. All right, now I'm gonna play these 4 videos. The first one's gonna be about Avatar, which is what really spent this whole damn thing out of control this morning in somebody's live. So in somebody's live, somebody came at me incorrectly because I am part native, I am part black, I am part white. I don't have a safe space in, for the most part, a lot of my heritage places. Specifically, 3 black groups that I've been in on TikTok where being mixed has worked against me towards being anywhere near black people. And black people tend to shun people like me. Alright? And there's another video that I'm going to make attached to this video about being black and full black, which is where the conversation really started. But I really kind of came to life on the conscious part or I came into consciousness on the part about Avatar being Sudanese versus being native. Alright, so I'm going to play these 3 videos, or these 4 videos from a TikTok, and then I'm going to have at it. And I'm sorry that I had to delete the first video, but the background noise was crazy. My silly niece started banging on my damn door. The light's on, so everybody knows that I'm recording, but nobody gives a shit. So you understand the situation that I'm in when I have to remake a video, and so I'm a little angry, so that's what the sarcastic smile is for. But we're going to try this one more time. So brace yourself. Here comes Echo.
Indigenous activists are calling for the boycott of Avatar: The Way of Water. Some say the film series...
Okay, so for context, go watch that. This is going to be a 3-part video, and if you read the title, you will understand, because the title's going to be up there when this thing is posted. And I want to try to minimize the drama, but there's going to be 3 videos, and I'm going to piss people off, and I'm well within my right to do so, because I pretty much was treated like dog shit this morning in somebody's live. It's not the host's fault, it's the panel's fault and the audience. Now, like I said, I'm 49, I'm a Generation Xer, I ain't got time for drama, because it's really not worth wasting my time and my energy. However, I am going to get my feelings out, because this is my video, and if it comes across the FYP, good for them. Anyway, so they started talking about the Avatar Way of Water. Alright, I had to Google some shit before I made this video. So I Googled the shit, and the tribal markings may very well be from the South African Sudanese people. The Blue Navy people specifically is what the person was yelling at me in the comments about. However, I continued to Google, and I see nothing with the Sudanese people having any contact with whales. Alright? Where you look at Inuit folklore as well as Inuit tribal stuff, not only do they hunt and eat whales, some of them swim with whales. So Inuit people, please, you can either back me up or correct me, because I know I'm not completely wrong, but there's highly a possibility that I am wrong. Now, I don't have a problem admitting that I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure there are some folklores in Inuit about polar bears, water sprites, doing unposthumous things to Inuit people and their children. We won't go there because there's also water sprites and demons in like First Nations tribal stuff that's between Michigan and that First Nations tribe. But again, that tribe can come and correct me too. I'm not thinking it's Ojibwe, but it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that most natives on the West Coast and more to the Arctic area have swam with whales. Alright? You can go ahead and Google that if you want, and you can understand that some of them hunted them, and whales mean a hell of a lot more to those tribes than just hunting and sacrifice. But, y'all go Google that too, because I had to Google that to make sure that I was somewhat right on that aspect. Now, we will talk about the first Avatar movie and the second Avatar movie in the second video. Because if y'all want to play this semantics bullshit, we're going to do that. Thank you very much for watching. Alright, so this is part 2. Let's get started. So, in case everybody forgot, the very first Avatar movie, there's 7 Native American folklores in that movie. At least 7. When I was first watching this shit way back in the movie theater, and I looked at all the people around me, and most of those people were blacks, whites, and Asians, and no natives in there. As a person who was mixed native, I'm the only one who realized that these are stories my great-grandmother told me. Alright? There are stories you could probably also find in native folklore online. There's a lot of native folklore online. I prefer to only read the scary ones so that I know what to do in the nighttime when they tell you do not whistle at night because you may summon the SWs. Alright? I also wanted to read the ones about not being in the woods near the river at night. But that's nothing to do with there. However, because those folklores were not in either of the Avatar movies, yes, I saw the first one. Yes, I saw the second one. The second one is what gave me a problem today in somebody's life. And it gave me a problem that I am more than willing to do research on and more than willing to talk to people about. But however, I'm not going to be in a yelling match with somebody on the internet that's not willing to hear what I know. So in the first movie, taming of the wild animal, taming horses and connecting with their horse, because, that was the thing. What was it? Tree of Life. There was a couple of other things outside of the weapons and the face paint and other markings, which goes to the second movie with the face paint and other markings where I got yelled at because it was some Sudanese stuff. Alright, cool. It very well could have been some Sudanese stuff. I'm not discounting their ingenuity of the Sudanese people. Like I said in the other video, I did Google, and there's no information on Sudanese people swimming with whales, where there is information on Inuit hunting and swimming with whales. Okay, so that get that out of the way. Now, here's that thing. As a mixed person, I was pretty much blacklisted. And then everybody in the comments came at me and told me I need to stop and all this other stuff, but no one in the comment could see my face because you see my little picture. It's Scarlet Spider being choked by a kingpin. And I need to change that eventually. I will, but no time soon. I got things to do. Anyway, as a mixed person, so I'm not allowed to be on both sides. That's what they're pretty much saying. And this is why mixed people tend to go to the heritage that accepts them the most. Alright? This is part 3, and I very well may extend this, or I will take this thing to YouTube, show all 3 of these videos, and then go from there, which might seem to be the better idea, because I know going live here is only going to cause problems, and I don't feel like having problems, but anyway, there'll be 4 parts of this, and then that's going to be it. Now, here's that thing about what you know and what you don't know. I don't know shit about the Sudanese, so I can't literally say that they are right or they are wrong. I do know a little bit more about Inuit culture than I do about the Sudanese. Alright? So, I'm not 1,000% right. I know that. But I'm not 1,000% wrong. Now, here's where we get into the guts and gravy of this title. Apparently, I don't get to belong in some black groups, black spaces. Because apparently, I'm not black enough because I'm part native. And here's the thing. I haven't had this much problems with my native heritage on TikTok. Not at all. But my black people on TikTok, oh God, I have been ostracized. And especially today. I'm not gonna lie. Today has been that fucking day where, you need to stop. You need to do this, you need to do that. Motherfuckers don't even realize that I'm half black. So, I'm learning. In some groups, mixed people do not have a space in their cultural safe spaces. Alright? Now, so far, I will be honest. I didn't have this problem with not one person on native TikTok. Not one person. But 3 groups that I've been in that have been black has not welcomed me there with open arms. Period. And it's just like when I was a child. black people would tell me time and time again that I would never be black enough for them, that I would never be good enough for them, that I don't belong to them because I'm a zebra or a half-breed. And my personal favorite, when the white dude would call me chief. Now, here's that thing. If we don't have safe spaces when we're multicultural or biracial or multiracial like myself, how are we supposed to voice our opinion in issues of our cultures when we aren't allowed to be there? Or we are not welcome there. I'm not going to say we're not allowed to be there. I'm going to say we're not welcome there. There really is slim to no difference. There really is slim to no difference. Alright? Now here's the thing. I can be on comic talk. I can be on martial talk. I can be on native talk. I thought I could be in black talk. Apparently, I cannot. Or at least I can't be in all places of black talk. And no, this is not a stab at black people. This is not to make black people look bad. But this is hopefully something that will make you open up your freaking eyes that we count as people too. That we are part 4. This is part 3, and I'm very well.
I'm now going to go into part 4. I'm just going to drop this box of rocks right now, because I am going to make a second part about shit like that. So, again, it all started off with the Avatar. Way of Water. Sounds so good when it rolls off your tongue. Way of Water. Now, I don't know shit about Sudanese people. I did Google them today. I literally Googled them before I got on TikTok. I Googled everything about the Sudanese. I got images of their faces. They got their little markings. They got like some kind of structure inside their skin or under their skin protruding in, and it looks cool as fuck. I would never do it myself, but it looks cool as fuck. They got some that's got like V's and shit that's going through there, and like I said, I did notice some of that shit in the Avatar Way of Water. That does not make it any less native to Native Americans as equally native to the Sudanese culture. Now, I would honestly say I think they may have combined a couple of cultures. Because I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The first Avatar, that shit was complete Native American shit. Every fucking bit of it was 7 Native American folklores, all wrapped into one dramatic ass story, and it was not a bad movie. It was not one of my favorite movies, but I didn't hate the movie. Way of Water, I didn't hate it. I wasn't all that fond of it, but I didn't hate it. It was an alright movie, you know. It was a tie for me between that one and the first one, you know. And no, I'm not gonna go see it twice. But I will tell you, you know, I have found nothing about Sudanese people swimming with whales. The only thing Google could give me was if you want to swim with whales, you'd have to go to Sri Lanka, where you can legally swim with whales. Where in Inuit, though, Inuits, some of them hunt whales because they had these fucking villages to feed. They had to hunt the motherfuckers and drag them back with their kayaks. So they did that, but they also swam with the motherfuckers too. So, you know, and again, I don't have a problem being wrong about that. And an Inuit person can gladly come on here and correct me, and I will not be mad about that shit. But I do know that Google is probably not the best source that you can have to get your answers all the time. Because Google and Wikipedia don't always give me the shit that I ask for when I call for it on this phone. And that's a thing, you know, it doesn't always give me the right answer. It doesn't. But from what I got, and I got to go with what I got, there were feathers in the Sudanese pictures. You know, just same kind of thing Native Americans had, the war bonnets, same kind of shit. The markings were different because the markings was initially the Sudanese. Not all natives wear war paint. No. But that does not change the fact that some natives wear war paint. Alright? Now, when it comes down to the native whalers, they are in the state of Washington State. And there are also some Inuit tribes that do that. And that I did find also on Google, mostly about them killing the whales versus swimming with the whales. But I do know there is some folklore in Inuit folklore that has them swimming with whales. And every myth and legend has some truth to it. However, to have somebody tell me to, you know, shut up and you ain't right and stuff, it's like, you don't even fucking know me. The fact that I'm also part black meant absolutely fucking nothing to these people. Like, nothing. You know, and that's the whole point of this video. You know, I am a person of mixed ethnicity. I am part native, I am part black, and I am part white. No one has rejected me more than black people. No one. I hate saying that shit. Doesn't make it any less true. No one has rejected me more than black people. And you think with the way technology is that this shit would like not be a fucking issue. Right? You think that this shit would just like fade away and it'll be gone and no one would ever fucking know and no one would care. But no one has rejected me more than black people. No one. And you make videos about it. Oh, you're just overreacting. Oh, you're overthinking it. Nah, motherfucker. I'm overliving that shit. When you have black people straight tell you because you're multicultural or because you're mixed or multiracial and they like, well, you're not really one of us. You're actually a zebra. No, you don't really count as black because your black experience ain't the same. Like detectives don't follow me around the motherfucking store. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That's why you whip out your envelope full of money. It's like I have money. I have a reason to be here, or else I wouldn't be in your store. I have literally had to go at white store detectives, and in some places I even worked in the fucking store. So, which was Sears. I was like, dude, I fucking work here. He's following me around the store. I'm trying to buy a little tape recorder, which I didn't buy from them. I went and got it from somewhere else. And I was like, because he followed me around the store for like the whole time I was there. And I was like, dude, I fucking work here, right? It's like, what? I said, yeah, I'm here at fucking 5:30 every morning from 5 to 9, every motherfucking Monday through Saturday. And some Saturdays I didn't work. Most of the Saturdays I didn't work, matter of fact. But I'm there every morning from Monday through Friday at 5:30 to 9 a.m. We have to be out at the floor by 9 a.m. because that's when the store opens up. Any fucking how. I've gone through this shit. And they it's like really got up in their feelings. So I got in mine, and I was trying to explain to them. And I even said it in the comments, like, hey, look, it's highly possible that they could be both. No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying that it's not from the Sudan people. But I'll be damned if I'm not going to say it's not from Native Americans either. Because that entire first movie was all Native American shit. All of it. All of it. I don't give a damn. I do not know James Cameron, but I do know that every part of the first part, with the exception of like the space shit, and the fact that dude had to get into an avatar to work the shit, and then his body was killed, so he wound up living completely in the avatar body for the rest of his existence. Okay, that part is like science fiction to the motherfucking max. However, I don't know any native body transfer stories. I don't know any of that shit. But I do know for a motherfucking fact when he had to tame that beast, there is a couple of native legends about certain horses of a certain color that had to be tamed. Alright? It's folklore. Doesn't change the fact that it's there. Alright? Now, in Avatar, the first one, there was nothing about, like, giants and shit. But native legends do have things about giants. Alright? And Sasquatch. And Coyote. And Thunderbird. They have a lot of... And Deer Woman. Let's not forget Deer Woman. And then Inuit legends, who are still native, have other shit, too. The thing that came out of the ice to kill tribal people. The other kind of things, not the frost giants, but they were kind of giants. The water sprite witches thingies that came out and took the native children and turned them into water demons. That anybody comes too close to the water, they grab them and pull them under and kill them. So there are a lot of folklore, but those ones I just mentioned were not in Avatar. But there was at least 7 of them damn things in there. Tribal unity, because there was a story of 2 tribes having to come together to fight an enemy. Alright? I do not know which 2 tribes. But I know that he went and got all the other tribes. The only tribes he didn't find in the movie was the Water Tribe. Because they weren't in the first movie that I can recall. But like I said, that very first movie was all about Native American shit. All of it. I remember these stories like the back of my hand because my great-grandmother told them to me when I was 6 years old. She would die a few years later. But I remember those motherfucking stories. But, the group this morning, they won't have it. They won't have it. Oh, it's Sudanese. It's Sudanese. I never said it wasn't Sudanese. What I said was, it's possibly that it's also Native American Inuit, because Inuit did the whale thing. No. And I looked and I looked and I looked. I ain't find no shit on Sudanese people swimming with whales. Alright? So, if Sudanese people swim with whales and you are Sudanese, then you can come and correct me. Because I ain't got a problem being wrong. But I got a problem with is not being accepted this morning. And we are going to make a second video about that shit in a few minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I taught you something in this 20 some odd minutes of this shit. And rather than going on and on about the Avatar and stuff, because this is about the Avatar, the next part's going to be a little bit longer because it needs to be separate about this shit. But it's the second part of this video. Probably should have been the first part, but let's just go with what we know. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Alpha number 2. Be seeing